So anything else that has to go in your plan, if it's not a door, it's not a window, and it's not a wall, it's considered a component, which is the next tool. Right there in a row, right next to each other. So the next thing we're going to learn about is components, okay? So we're going to focus in this area right now. So zoom into your bathroom area, your restroom area, okay? So we're going to activate the component command. So, right off the bat, I don't know why, but by default, it always goes to this desk. Like if we wanted to put a desk, there we go, you can put a desk. Anyways, we're working on the bathroom, right? So we're gonna have to go load, okay? So get used to this. I mean, you're gonna do this a lot. So activate component, go to load. We're gonna go up, use this little icon, remember? Click on it. Okay, there we go. We're in the libraries. Scroll down, where do you think we're gonna find a tub? Plumbing, good one. All right. Where are we doing mechanical, electrical, plumbing, or are we doing the architectural plans? All right, so architectural. Now here, it's equipment or fixtures. I'll tell you right now, equipment, that only has your water heater. Everything else is a fixture, okay? So make a note of that. Your equipment is only your water heater, everything else is a fixture. It's gonna help you in the long run, especially if you memorize it or learn it fairly quickly. So everything else is gonna be found as a fixture. So you're gonna go to the fixtures folder. What are we adding? We're gonna work our way from the left to the right. So the very last thing in the restroom would be the tub, right? So we're gonna go to bathtubs. And we're gonna get the last one on the list. Okay, now pay attention real quick. This is a hosted family, and it actually shows it to you here. You need a wall to be able to place the tub, okay? So it shows it to you on that little preview. Hit open, and get close to the west wall, and just click. Just click, okay? It may not be centered or placed correctly, just click, it's fine. I'm gonna show you how to fix it right now. And I actually prefer doing this because the tub measures exactly 5 feet. If the room is exactly 5 feet, this line should line up with that line, and the top line should line up with this top line. The easiest way to do this, done this a long time, guys. The easiest way, you go to your modify, use the very first tool. It's called the Align tool. And this is such a great tool. You activate the tool, you click where it should be, In other words, it should be on that wall. What should be on that wall? Well, that line. Boom. And now, if I click on this, look, the top lines up with the top, the bottom lines up with the bottom. Okay? That's the easiest way. That Align tool works wonders. It's great. I like to use that tool. All right, so let's go back. Go back to architecture. Go back to component. What's the next thing that goes next to the tub? Toilet. All right, so we're gonna have to load it. So go to load family. Good thing about it is we're right here on the tubs. So we're gonna go up one folder and look for the toilet folder. That's T. Where there's no T. Urinals. You want to put a urinal on there? And then girls, sir. Water closet, sir. Water closet is a term for toilets. Water closet. All right, the last one on the list. Domestic, not commercial. This is in a commercial building. Domestic, the last one on the list. Hit open. All right. Now, bit of advice, all right? I tend to always place the toilet right on the edge of this tub and up against the wall. Click, right there. by code, the distance from the edge of that tub to the center of the toilet has to be a specific distance. The inspector actually comes, places the tape measure, kind of eyeballs the center of the water closet, and if it meets, you pass. If it doesn't meet code, guess what? You gotta break cement, take the toilet out, break cement, break plumbing, move plumbing, re-cement, re-put your toilet. All right? So, this toilet should be exactly 1 foot, 6 inches away from the edge of the tub, from the center. Okay? So by placing it here, I can just use move and almost had it right there, 1 foot 6. On it already. Also, 2 inches away from the wall. I missed it by 1 inch. Now, we're okay? Excuse me. What goes next? The sink. Okay. Now, here, this is important. Okay? You have to have understanding of how things are done in the construction site. Okay? So when they're building the house, okay? When they're building the house and they're gonna build the restroom or put the sink, the carpenter shows up and he places the base cabinet first. Okay, he puts the bottom. Then they place the countertop on top. Cut out the hole, then they place the sink. Okay, that same mentality is what we have to follow, because remember, you're making a 3D model, not an actual object of what's going to be done at the construction site. You can't just drop a sink. I mean, it's not going to make sense. Okay? So we have to do it the same way that they do at the job site. So, I'll tell you right now, kitchens and the sink are the hardest to do when you're working on Revit, because you have to have that mentality. You have to know exactly what process to follow, okay? So, component. We're going to follow that same process. So component, load family. We're going to go all the way back to our library. Out, 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 out. There we go, library. Main library. The base cabinet is there a cabinets folder? No. What do you think is the folder that holds the cabinets? No. Actually, I'll give you a hint. It starts with a C. Casework. Casework. Casework is your millwork, your cabinetry. Okay, so we're going to go to casework. This is on the bottom, right? The bottom. The countertop goes above it, so it's a base cabinet. Okay? Now, the base cabinets with the word vanity go only in the restrooms. Okay, make a note. The vanity caseworks, the vanity cabinets, only go in the restroom, because the height of the countertop in the restroom is lower than the height of the countertop in the kitchen. Okay, so the ones that say vanity, only use them in the bathroom. Okay, so we're gonna get the last one on the list again. All right, we're gonna get the last one on the list. Vanity, single door. Let's hit open. And notice that I don't have a don't sign. Earlier we did, I didn't mention it. This is a standalone family. I can put it anywhere. Put it on a wall if I wanted to, in the middle of a wall. But so it's a standalone family. You can drop it anywhere. Now, you can change the direction of the cabinet by pressing the space bar, depending which way you need it. Now, what's important to note or to understand is that where your cursor is, that's the back. That goes against the wall. okay? Where this cursor is, that goes against the wall. That's the back of the cabinet, okay? Where the cursor is the back, always, on all cabinets. Okay, so we're gonna place this cabinet, and I'm gonna do the exact same thing because guess what? There's also a specific distance from the center of the toilet to the edge of this sink. So I'm gonna put it on the center of the toilet, along the wall, and then I'm gonna move it over. Now, the minimum distance is 15 inches. It can be more. On this side, it can be more. Okay? But I'm gonna do the same. I'm gonna do 1'6" so that there's about 3 feet elbow room there. You don't want it 15 inches, gonna seem too close, especially for bigger humans like myself. Wider humans like myself. Okay. So there's our base cabinet. Okay, what goes next? I just told you. Countertop. Awesome, good job. You were paying attention, sir. So, component again, remember. It's not a door, it's not a window, it's not a wall. It's a component. So component, load. We're gonna go up. It's not a base cabinet. We're gonna go up. Countertop. Okay, same thing here. Countertops with the word vanity go in the bathroom only, and the rest of the countertops go in the kitchen. So you have two options. You can select vanity with a round sink or vanity with a square sink. It's up to you which one you want to use. Just when we go and put the sink in here, don't try to put a round one in a square circle or a squared sink in a round hole. So just keep that in mind, okay? I'm going to use, I like the square one, I don't know why. I always, actually, all my plans I use the square one. So I'm gonna use a square one. I'm gonna hit open. Now, we're gonna place this out here, right there. I know it doesn't go there, but that's where we're gonna place it. It all makes sense in a little bit. I'll explain why. But place it out here. We good? Okay. All right. Now, explanation why I put it out here, okay? This countertop is a lot bigger than that sink, right? Or that base cabinet. Okay. So, the easiest way for this to work is we want to put the center of the circle, or the hole, right in the middle of the counter, of the cabinet, sorry. So you want to place the center of this on the center of this. That way, because this can shrink to any size, okay, that we need, okay, or it can get bigger. But that way you ensure that the center where the circle goes, where the sink goes, is right in the middle of your cabinet, okay? It's a lot harder. There's some grip points on the circle, but it's a lot harder for you to move these and try to get it in the middle if you just put it and then stretch everything in, okay? So I'm gonna do Control Z on mine, okay? Oh, right here. So it's a lot easier to do this step. Select it, hit the move. Now this time I'm not gonna click anywhere on the white screen. I'm gonna click a specific place, which is right in the middle of the back of the countertop. Click. Now, I want you to notice something. What is this? What is this called from AutoCAD? No? Ortho. Ortho's on, right? Look, I can't go at an angle. By default, ortho's on. To go at an angle, you hold shift. Look, now I can go freely around in a circle. So to go in any direction, not just vertically or horizontally, you hold shift. Okay, so I'm gonna hold shift, and I'm gonna find the, see, that's right in the middle of the cabinet, but I want the back, right in the middle of the back, right there. That spot. That's where I'm gonna drop it. Okay, let's hit escape. All right, we're not gonna do anything right now. Okay, we're gonna come back to it. I'll explain why. I'm gonna leave it that way. I know the countertop is bigger than my sink. It's okay, we're gonna fix it in a little bit. Okay, what goes next? So we put the base, we put the countertop. What goes next? The sink. All right, so let's go in there. Component, load family. We're gonna have to go out all the way to the library. What is the sink? Plumbing, that's right. Go to the plumbing folder. Architectural, fixture, sink. And the ones that say vanity, vanity is in the middle of the word. It says sink, vanity, round or squared, whichever you pick. Please pick the right one. All right, I'm gonna use the square one because that's the one I picked. I'm gonna hit open, and here we are. So I'm just gonna place it, and I'm gonna line up. It's kind of weird. It doesn't let you get an area, but I usually line up one of the sides and one and the back, and then I'm just gonna click. All right, there we go. All right, now click on your countertop. Okay, now you don't have to do this, but just look. Look at mine. If I zoom in, you see this right here? This little gap this is the edge of my sink. This is the edge of the hole. You see that little gap that you can see there? If we leave it alone, and if we're moving around inside the model or have a camera or something, we can actually see all the way down into the cabinet. This is one of the things that I caught with my many years of experience. So, I strongly suggest, you shrink the hole and make sure that it falls inside these two lines so that you avoid that issue. Now, just grab all four and bring them inside here, all the four sides. Now, here's the thing. The reason I didn't shrink this first, my edges, and then did the circle. If you shrink it and you line it up and then you shrink the circle, this edges move in and then you have to re-stretch them again. So I just left it the original size, adjusted my hole, and then closed the sides. As you close the sides, it was just grab this and bring it to the edge of your cabinet. One more component. Before I wrap it up, we're gonna need some more over here for the kitchen, but I'm gonna jump ahead because I don't think I'm gonna run out of time. So we're gonna add one more component right here. The reason I left it 10 feet wide, this is a lake cabin or cabin. There's no storage rooms, no closets. We're gonna need somewhere to put cleaning supplies, toiletries, towels if you're gonna shower. So we're gonna place a cabinet right here. So it's a component. We're gonna load. We're gonna go back to the main library. Go out, back up. Oh, oops. Main library. It's a cabinet, so it's casework. Tall cabinet. And we're gonna choose the middle one, the 4-door. At the very end has parentheses 4. Hit open. And it should fit right. Oh, I'm off by a little bit. It should fit right in there. Mine's off. Look, there's a little gap. Let's check. There you go. That's your components. We're going to need to put some more components in the kitchen, but we'll come back to it